Hey, what's up, guys? So I have a special request for the continuation in my binge eating story. Someone asked me what reverse dieting is, and this will be dedicated to that specific person. They know who they are, but I won't mention any names. So basically, I do have a quick special announcement. Powerlifting and pancakes. Based on all the feedback that I've been getting, emails, discussions on supportgroups.com, it's just kind of been overwhelming. I still go to school and I still have a job, so I try to email you guys back as quick as I can. Forgive me if I'm like short, in my emails. I just try to get you the facts. I don't really need to give you all the fluff with it. So, but based on the feedback, I'm creating a website. It hasn't been created. I just own the domain name, so there's nothing up yet. But basically, I will be doing webinars. I'll have some video courses. There'll be Q&A sessions, one-on-one work with you guys. I'll have a blog that I'll try and update every week or so. I'm not going to worry about the quantity of crap I create. I'm going to worry about the quality. I'd rather have like 2 blogs that are really, really good versus 50 kind of okay blogs. And then there'll be more features to come. If you guys want things, get a hold of me. My email's in the video. It's in below. It's online. I'm sure you can find a way to get a hold of me. And if I think of anything that you guys might find beneficial, I will add those as well. So reverse dieting. All right. So the Physique. So basically, my story. I'll post a link up yonder if you want to see the first my binge eating story. Basically, I had the Physique goal. Steve Cook was like my idol. Nothing against Steve Cook. Love the guy. This is my binge eating problem. Is not his fault. It's my fault. So, but that was like, my goal. So that's what I was pushing for. So I don't know what that is for you. It could be a certain weight. It could be a certain look. Whatever. You got a goal. So with that being said, my logical plan of action was restrict, 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 restrict. And then I'd binge, and then I'd be like, you suck. And I'd punish myself, and then I'd go back to restricting, and then I'd binge. And basically, essentially, it was a yo-yo diet. I'd go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So I saw no results. My body was just getting burned out. There was no consistency. It was down, up, and there was no time frame. They were very short. It was very choppy. So does this sound like you? Are you pushing yourself really hard? Are you restricting and then you binge? Something along those lines. Do you, then you go stand on the scale and you just don't see the results you want. You just don't see them. And then that one time you'll stand on it after a binge. Like for me, I would binge and I'd eat all of Walmart stock. So Sam Walton, you can thank me for your increased bottom line because I ate a crap load of your food. But if you don't know who Sam Walton is, he's the CEO of Walmart. Or founder, I don't know. It doesn't matter, regardless. So you go stand on the scale. And for me, you pull out the scale and like, dear God, please don't let this be a large number. And then you walk on, it could be 5 pounds more, maybe 10, and maybe 15. You're like, that's crap. This is not how it works. This crap. This scale's wrong. Technology sucks. This is crap. So you step off. Maybe do 2 jumping jacks. Step back on. Same number. What do? If you're me, you kind of, I don't even know why I'm laughing about it now. You contemplated suicide. Just to be honest, it was every single weekend, week after week after week, like a million times, a bajillion times. Like if I had a penny for every time this happened, I probably could retire and I would never have to work ever or do anything to make money because I'd be very wealthy. So maybe it's just time for you to reverse diet. It might be time. So your body has a primal goal, whatever. It's an instinct in your body. Just like you don't think, okay, heart, pump, okay, lungs, breathe. You don't think. It does. That's like your body's natural instinct. Your body's natural instinct is survival. And I'm not talking like that's your body's goal is to survive. I'm not talking about your mental goals like lift certain weight, look certain way, date certain person, make certain amount of money, graduate with a certain degree, whatever. Get hired by company X. That's a mental, psychological goal. Your body's goal is to survive. So if you're in the state of dieting, and where this comes in with dieting is your body will fight you the whole way, which is why when you try and lose weight, you either have to increase the amount of calories you expend, which can be through exercise, or decrease the amount which you consume, which again creates that gap between your metabolic rate and your calorie intake. So your body's going to fight you the whole way because it's trying to survive. So in the 21st century, we really, don't really have to survive as much. I mean, God forbid you got to survive to walk from the couch to the fridge. But like if you're in the desert or you're stranded, or like back in the old days when you had to hunt and gather food, if you couldn't get food for a while, your body would slowly burn less to keep you alive. Basically, your metabolic rate was less than your body fat, which now when you're trying to lose weight, it sucks and makes it hard, but it's reality. So if you do like a crash diet or yo-yo dieting, basically when you try and diet or when you try to lose weight, you don't want to play all your cards at once. It's like the game of poker. If you have pocket aces, you're not going to go, oh, look at my pocket aces and psh, all in. You're not going to do that. You're going to slowly kind of sneak it in and try and okay, $50 down. Then add 100 on the next flop, and then add 100 more on the next turn, and keep adding. So eventually, you're there. You're at your full, almost all in. You don't show all your hands at once. So like with dieting, you can't crash diet. That's what I did, and it just doesn't work. Your results will come quickly, and then they go away, and you restrict yourself, and you binge. It's just this never-ending cycle, and it sucks. Trust me, I've been there. I know. So reverse dieting is basically where you add a systematic increase in calories over a long period of time. So, I'll make a how-to video that's under construction. I just wanted to kind of explain what reverse dieting is. It's just going to take me a lot longer to make a complete reverse dieting how-to video because there's a lot of different scenarios to cover, so I may have to make several. So bear with me. But basically, it's a systematic increase in calories over time. So basically, you want to create that positive disconnect between your metabolic rate and your body fat. This way, you can eventually keep eating more food without gaining a lot of body fat. That's the whole goal. So like if you're like me and you just aren't seeing results, day after day after day, week after week after week, month after month after month, and you are doing what I was, like hours of cardio, hours of lifting weights, eating very low amounts of food, your body just physically may be burned out. Like your body is probably mentally like, dude, like there's food, feed me. We're not, in the desert starving. You have to feed your body. It's no matter what you do. I don't care how bad you want it. I don't care what you if you could run for 24 hours straight. Obviously, you'd eventually die because you're not eating, but you get the picture. You cannot physically push yourself any harder than your body is. There are certain limitations. I know people are like, limits don't exist. Well, they do with your body. You can only go so hard, and your body's just going to give up. It's called death. So basically, reverse dieting will allow you to go from scraps to a feast. So like when I first started, I was eating like 1,800 calories and slowly built it up until I got to about 3,000, 3,500. It seems like a long time, and it took me about a year to get there. But I didn't blow up like I have in the past, because in the past, you'd be restricted, so your body, is burning a very low amount of calories, and then you binge, and then your calories are consumed 5, 10, 20 times the normal amount of calories you've been eating over the past restriction period, and then you have this massive influx of food, and your body fat goes to the roof. I mean, you can add body fat 5, 10 pounds overnight, and it's real fat. It's not like bloated feeling. It's fat. Trust me. I know. I've been there. So basically, reverse diet. So here's what you guys can kind of do in the process while I make these videos. So you can use the MYFITNESSPAL app. I highly suggest it. I will make a how-to video or answer questions if you have them. So you can email me those, and I'll try and make a how-to video, although I'm not sure how to film the screen of my phone using it. But basically, I highly recommend you do an AM weigh-in. I'll pull out my mouse so I can show you what I do. Highly recommend you do an AM weigh-in each morning. Like first thing, use the restroom if you have to, and then weigh in. And then track that in an Excel spreadsheet. I'll show you mine. And track your intake each day. So eat, like a normal amount of food, like whatever. A breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack if needed. If you're craving brownies, for example, eat a brownie and then just move on. Go work on a passion. Go learn how to dance, play the guitar, draw art, study for school, get out of the house. Get your craving and just move on. You can eat, like I said, you can eat whatever the hell you want, just not all at once, because that's when you get in trouble. And if you're going to eat a craving, don't eat it from the package, because it just makes binging all more tempting. It's like taking an alcoholic to an alcohol store. It just makes it that much harder for them to say no. Don't push yourself. I know it's hard. It sucks, but I'm here to help you get through it. I've been there. So basically, and don't look at your weight fluctuations on a daily basis. So I'll show you mine, and I'll kind of get a better idea of what that means. Look at it more of a weekly average. So this will help because you want about a month of time frame to determine what you should do. But like I said, this is going to be kind of my theme as I help you guys do this. Don't look up at the mountain. Don't look up at Mount Everest. Look down at your own 2 feet. Move one of those in front of the other, day after day, week after week, year after year. It gets compounded. Trust me. I know. If you want to go back and look at some of my first training videos I uploaded over a year ago, I was squatting 245 for like sets of 7. This weekend, I'm going to do it for 300 pounds for sets of 7. It's compounded over time. You know, in the short little time span, yes, it seems like nothing's happening. This sucks. I want to quit. Trust me, you can make it. And I've shown you guys. I have not hidden a single fact about my problem from you guys. It's taken me a while. So I went through 3 years of this. Some of you guys may have gone through longer, but I'm here to help you end that today. So, like I said, the reverse diet how-to is under construction. I'll get that out as soon as I can. If you have any questions, that's my email. And then I have social media links in the description box below, so you can get a hold of me on that. And with that, I will show you what I do for, I'll pull this over, what I do for the weekly weigh-in. So this is nothing crazy. Powerlifting, average weight. So this is what it is. So I just simply track. You can add the calories and protein to kind of get an average of what you're doing over the time, but I sort of have it down at this point. You can kind of keep an average of the calories you consume, the protein, the carbs, the fats, the fiber you're getting, and the hours of sleep. Sleep, for me, affects my weigh-in. I feel better when I sleep more. My weigh-ins are more consistent when I'm sleeping 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours a night. When I'm getting less, I start to have, issues with my body. I just need a decent amount of sleep. I'm not saying 10 hours, 8, feel rested, not sleep like a lazy bum. So basically, I just enter my averages, and you can see they fluctuate. Like here, this was a big drop. I went down I played basketball that day, plus I squatted, deadlifted, and bench. So I dropped about a pound just because I was burning so much. But the next day, it went back up to my average, reasonably speaking, just because, I didn't burn all those, as many calories the next day. And then this day, I ate a little bit more than I should have. I kind of went over my macros, but hey, I'm human. I'm going to get over it. But if you look, my average is still 198.44. Like, it's not this high end of 199.6, and it's not this low end of 197.4. Look at it on a weekly basis. I will show you real quick before this video runs out, because I use the free version of my this is like over a long time frame. Let me move myself out of the way. That's kind of crazy. I don't know. I think the webcam just disappeared. Sorry if the webcam disappeared. I didn't know I could do that. Yep, it disappeared. Sorry about that. But anyway, you can see this is over a year. And you can just see we look at everything on a weekly basis, and you can see my blow up from my post meet right here. It occurred right here. You can see it slowly increasing. Took some time off tracking, and that kind of bit me in the butt. But you can just see the increase from 180 up to the 200s actually from here to here. This was the meet weekend. I competed at the 182 class, and it just slowly and steadily. This was me proper reverse dieting. And this is where I started not tracking and paying attention very much, and it cost me. So there's your lesson. Reverse dieting, it does work. This is when I was reverse dieting, consistently weighing less and less, and eating more food. As you can see, these are calories. And this is when I stopped tracking it, and I stopped paying attention, and I blew up. So it happens, but keep track of that on a weekly basis. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. If you guys find any of this helpful, as always, get a hold of me. Glad to help you out, and you guys can do it. I believe in you. So I'll talk to you guys later.